was gathered around their dining table having breakfast, when suddenly their adorable dog started acting weird. The German Shepherd seemed very nervous, kept looking towards the door and started to whine a little bit. "What's wrong, buddy?" The owner asked, scratching the dog behind the ears. It didn't take long for the family to understand that their dog wasn't feeling well. He needed a vet visit urgently. But the reason for his condition would shock them all. In today's video, we'll meet an adorable dog named Rex who celebrates his birthday in style. Our story begins with the family of James and Mary Peterson. They lived in a beautiful two-story house on Maple Street, in a peaceful neighborhood full of children and other animals. The Petersons were a happy couple who adopted a German Shepherd puppy from a local animal shelter. They named him Rex. The dog quickly became part of the family and brought endless joy to everyone. On one ordinary morning, Rex turned 5 years old. His owners had decided to throw him a small surprise party with some of the neighborhood pets invited. Mary was in charge of preparing food and drinks, while James took care of decorating the house. Their friends and neighbors arrived with their pets. There were cats, dogs of different breeds, and even a couple of rabbits. The birthday boy was the star of the party. He received lots of attention and gifts. His tail wagged furiously as he explored his new toys. The party continued into the afternoon with all the animals playing together in the garden. Suddenly, Rex began to act strangely. He stopped playing and went to hide under the table. Everyone was surprised by this sudden change in behavior. After all, Rex was usually very sociable and playful. The family and guests were concerned about the dog and wanted to know what was bothering him. They tried to lure him out with treats and toys, but he didn't budge. He whined softly and looked anxious. This worried the family even more. They knew something was wrong, but they couldn't figure out what it was. As evening approached, Rex's behavior didn't improve. He still wouldn't come out from under the table, and his anxiety seemed to be growing. James and Mary were particularly worried because they had never seen Rex act like this before. He was usually such a happy and outgoing dog. They decided to take him to the vet to get checked out. The vet examined Rex and told the family that he was healthy, and there was no medical reason for his strange behavior. This puzzled the Petersons even more. They couldn't understand why their beloved dog was acting so strangely, especially on his birthday. When Rex was still acting erratically at home, Mary had an idea. She remembered that Rex was afraid of thunderstorms and fireworks. That day just happened to be the annual fireworks festival in their town. Could the noise from the fireworks be bothering Rex? She suggested to James that they take Rex to a quieter place. James liked the idea, and the two of them took Rex to their basement. It was a small, cozy space where Rex spent most of his time when he was a puppy. It was also soundproofed, so the noise from outside wouldn't be able to bother him. To their surprise, Rex seemed to calm down immediately when they brought him to the basement. He started wagging his tail again and lapped up some water from the bowl that Mary had brought for him. They stayed in the basement with Rex until the fireworks were over. When they went upstairs, he was back to his usual self, full of energy and ready to play. The Petersons realized that the fireworks must have scared Rex and made him act out of character. They felt bad for not thinking of this earlier and for worrying him unnecessarily. But now that everything was back to normal, they decided to throw Rex an even bigger party. All the neighbors joined in, bringing their pets and celebrating with the happy family. Rex was showered with more gifts, treats, and love than ever before. He played with his friends, chased butterflies in the garden, and even learned a new trick during the party. It was truly a day to remember. After the party, James and Mary were exhausted but happy. They watched as Rex played with his new toys and thought about how lucky they were to have him in their lives. He was more than just a pet. He was a member of their family and they loved him dearly. As the night went on, Rex's energy started to fade. He was tired from all the excitement of the day and snuggled up to James and Mary on the couch. They pet him and told him how much they loved him, licked their hands and closed his eyes contentedly. He had had the best birthday ever. James and Mary couldn't believe how fast their dog was growing up. It seemed like just yesterday that they had adopted him as a small puppy. Now he was a big, strong German shepherd. They were proud of the dog he had become and knew that he would continue to bring them joy for many years to come. As they watched him sleep, they made a silent promise to themselves. They would always be there for Rex, no matter what. He was part of their family, and they loved him with all their heart. It had been a long and tiring day for everyone, so James and Mary put Rex to bed early. Before leaving, they gave him a final pat and told him how much they loved him. Rex barked happily and wagged his tail as he watched them go. He was tired but content. He had celebrated his birthday with his favorite people, and that was all that mattered to him. The next morning, James and Mary woke up early to the sound of birds chirping outside. They got out of bed and went downstairs. To their surprise, they found Rex in the kitchen waiting for them. He had a big smile on his face and was wagging his tail excitedly. James and Mary were confused. Why was Rex in the kitchen? And why was he so excited? They looked around and noticed that Rex's food bowl was empty. It was time for breakfast. "Happy birthday, boy," James said with a laugh. He filled Rex's bowl with food, and the dog ate it quickly. As they ate, they talked about how much fun they had the day before. They couldn't believe how fast time had passed. It seemed like just yesterday that they had adopted Rex as a small puppy. Now he was a big, strong dog. They were proud of the dog he had become and knew that he would continue to bring them joy for many years to come. As they finished breakfast, James and Mary decided to take Rex for a walk in the park. It was a beautiful day, and they wanted to celebrate Rex's birthday in style.
Oh, I don't know.
They put on his leash and collar and opened the front door.
Oh no.
Rex ran ahead of them, eager to explore.
Oh no.
In the park, they let Rex run and play to his heart's content.
Oh no.
He chased squirrels, rolled in the grass, and barked at the ducks in the pond. James and Mary watched him and smiled.
Oh God.
They were so happy that Rex was enjoying himself.
Oh.
As the day went on, more and more people came to the park. James and Mary saw some of their neighbors, and they all congratulated them on Rex's birthday. They exchanged stories about their dogs and laughed as they watched them play together. At the end of the day, James and Mary were exhausted but happy. They had had a wonderful time celebrating Rex's birthday. As they drove home, Rex in the back seat, they talked about how much fun they had. They couldn't believe how fast time had passed. It seemed like just yesterday that they had adopted Rex as a small puppy. Now he was a big, strong dog. They were proud of the dog he had become and knew that he would continue to bring them joy for many years to come. As they pulled into their driveway, Rex started barking excitedly. He wanted to go out and play some more. But James and Mary knew it was time to rest. They petted him and told him how much they loved him. Rex licked their hands and wagged his tail. He was tired but content. He had celebrated his birthday with his favorite people, and that was all that mattered to him. When they went inside, Rex followed them everywhere. He wanted to be close to his family and soak up all the love they were giving him. James and Mary didn't mind. They were happy to shower Rex with affection. After all, he was more than just a pet to them. He was a member of their family, and they loved him dearly. That night, James and Mary couldn't sleep. They were too excited to celebrate Rex's birthday. They got out of bed and went downstairs. To their surprise, they found Rex in the kitchen waiting for them. He had a big smile on his face and was wagging his tail excitedly. James and Mary were confused. Why was Rex in the kitchen? And why was he so excited? They looked around and noticed that Rex's food bowl was empty. It was time for breakfast.